Hey everybody, welcome back to Board Games of the Family. Hopefully you found that run through of Next England Captain useful. I just thought I'd give a few final thoughts of the game. Now, I've kind of been thinking about this, and I watch a lot of Rado run through videos. As you can probably tell, that's kind of what inspired me in a way. And he made a good point on his channel, which is, for him, he doesn't want to shoot people dreams, when it comes to Kickstarters and stuff. So this won't be necessarily a critique of the game. Hopefully the run through will give you an idea of whether or not it's something you like. What I'd like to do is just talk around kind of what I think, what my impressions are. Now I will say I have backed this, and again this is purely off my own back, so to speak. This is something that I found, I discovered, I backed, I've played. I'm keeping my pledge, so that should hopefully give you an impression of what I think of it in general. There are some things I want to talk through. So I really found the stacking mechanism quite interesting. It's a bit about kind of burying those bad cards so that when you need to discard, you don't you're reducing the risk of shooting yourself in the foot. You can imagine being a club captain, which is an 8, and then you decide I need to discard some cards. You draw one from the deck, and it's second team regular. So maybe you fell out with a manager, or maybe you got an injury and you've had to drop down a bit. And things like that can really mess you, particularly when you're about to play your England regular card, and now you can't. So I think the England thing is a bit interesting. I mean, there seems to only be 2 different cards: England regular and England captain. I don't think there's anything else in there. Unless it was something else that didn't come up in the game. I don't remember seeing anything. No. I think that could have been expanded a little bit, maybe. Maybe there were different levels. Again, England prospect maybe should have been out of the squad and into the England thing, and you could build on that instead. Because one thing I have found is that it's potential that one player can almost be locked out, particularly in a 2-player game. I say particularly in a 2-player game because you're limited in how many actual cards there are. So it can be actually that one player has kind of the 8, 7, 6 squad cards, and therefore the other player just cannot get on the board. Or the same thing happens with the clubs. And okay, they get the level 7 club, which I think is Liverpool, but then they can't get more than a 4 in the squad. So I think it is possible to get locked out. It's happened to me in a couple of the demo games I've played. The thing is, it plays so quick. I mean, I think that was 20 minutes in total to do that run through, and that's when I was explaining my thoughts and having to kind of think for one player and then go and think for the other, rather than right, I've done my turn, right, you've done your turn. I think if you're actually playing this properly with 2 players, I think this would probably be less than 10 minutes. I think it's that kind of quick game, a bit like kind of Love Letter or that kind of thing, where you just play, okay, we're done. So I don't think it massively matters too much on that. I love the theme. I love these kind of little quotes and the little what is the where are they? What are the Sheffield Wednesday? Glory having faded, they are now most often a stepping stone, but for you is it up or down? Oldcastle, which I guess is Newcastle. The blood runs black and white up here. I like the little quotes and stuff on there. I just think that's kind of, I don't know, just quite cool, really. For me, there haven't been many really good soccer games or football games, and this for me is one of them. It kind of captures everything that it does give you that feel of actually playing a player and thinking. I love kind of coming up, and again, it's something that Richard Ham does very well when he kind of comes up with stories for why you've gone from Chelsea to Leyton Orient. What's happened there, and then back to Manchester United, and kind of weird. Maybe you're only on loan to Leyton Orient. Maybe you're a young player, and that's kind of what's happened. The one thing I didn't mention actually about these cards and the way they stack is actually it's only the top card of the stack that counts. So, for example, if you've got a girlfriend, now girlfriend allows you to play wife, yeah? However, if you've got girlfriend and then instead you stack onto it focusing on football, you now can't play wife, because wife says it requires a girlfriend. Well, you haven't got a girlfriend anymore. Okay, the fact is under here, and that's why it's irrelevant. In fact, now you're focusing on football. So essentially, again, you've ditched your girlfriend. Sorry, love, need to focus on my career. And again, so it's got all these little things behind it that, just because you were you're an England prospect once, now you might actually only be a regular starter. And again, that's happened loads of times in history. How many England prospects actually then fade from glory, or maybe even England regulars that never made it again. So I like the fact that you can come up with these stories of the tableau afterwards and what's happened. And that's it. I really enjoy this. They need help, obviously. They've got quite a long way to go. Over £6,000 to go. It's really inexpensive. I think this is one of those games that you can, it's £12. I think you'll get your money's worth really easily. So go and check it out. I'll put the link down below to the Kickstarter page. I'll also put his Twitter account details on there because he's really responsive on Twitter. And enjoy. Check it out. I hope you come on board. For now, take care.